Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at me using my Daily Incense. We're going to look at it 3 times. We're not going to look at the whole duration for every one, just kind of a few highlights here, as well as some of these new 7-kilometer eggs. So take a look. This is where I'm actually going to walk. There's a trail in the back of my house, and this is getting pretty dark. If you do look at the sky there for a brief second, you can see that there is still light. All right, so as you will see here in a second when we do start walking, when you can see the visual of the trail, it's just a straight away, and that's what you're going to want to do. You want to walk in the straightest line possible. When you're doing this, technically you can just keep moving. It doesn't really matter. That's more for distance, kilometer, and hatching eggs, but you just want to keep on moving. Would I say like just moving in one spot? Not really. Can you move around one building? If it's pretty big, you kind of want to make your avatar move, I'd say within the game, at least 5 feet away from the same spot, so that you can continuously have Pokemon spawning. Otherwise, you're not going to get as much spawns as you can potentially get. And for me, myself, 24 is the max that I've gotten just doing this full throttle here, just going on the trail. And then you don't need to walk really fast, but I don't recommend you go really slow either. Just kind of keep a steady pace, and even if you catch a Pokemon, just keep on moving. Now, something that you definitely want to do is turn off your Go Plus, one for sure, and do not pay attention to any other Pokemon. I mean, you can, it's no big deal, but I personally am just going to ignore everything else and just focus on only what the 15 minutes the Daily Incense spawn is going to be giving me here. Another thing is turning on the volume. I'm sure if you're going to be playing this outside and moving, you can have the volume on. You don't need to be quiet or anything like that. But having the ability to hear when Pokemon are spawning is going to just give you that much more an advantage to see what's going on. Even though your eyes are going to probably be glued onto the screen waiting for that Galarian Legendary Bird to be spawning, it's still going to be a good idea just to have that sound on, just in case you just look away for a second and you do lose track, and then it kind of brings your attention to the game again when you do hear the spawn. So that's just another tip, just a little heads up there. All right, so as far as those tips there, if you do not have Pokeballs, it's going to be giving you some, so there is that. As far as going into this and needing a bunch of Ultra Balls so you could potentially catch this Galarian Legendary Bird, don't get your hopes up, because, well, chances are you're only going to need 1 or 2 in my case, because one when you miss and then the other one for when you hit it. But chances are as well that it may potentially run away from you, and it has a very, very high flea rate chance. So you're going to have to hit it with a golden raspberry and an excellent throw. And that's not going to even be enough. And I'm sure other people have caught in it without doing a golden raspberry and an excellent throw. I'm just saying you need to maximize your chances the best that you can to catch these. And again, it is going to be a bit heartbreaking if you do get that excellent and golden raz and it still runs away. Chances are it still probably will. So it's a little unfortunate, but just remember and rest assured that they're going to probably be bringing these to raids. You think they're going to keep these in the wild forever like this off of the Incense? They're going to, have this for a while. They're kind of just warming us up to the whole idea of getting the legendaries off of these, hyping it up so we can all get the word out and everybody's aware of what's going on. Okay, legendaries can spawn from the Daily Incense, and then going forward, they're going to just rotate what can potentially spawn off of those, or maybe just say, oh, whatever legendary you've seen, you could potentially see that as well in the wild, and that may be something we will probably have going forward. Who knows? But as far as, oh man, we're never going to get him if we can't catch him, the flea rate's too high, only a certain people, if you're lucky, get them. And technically, when it comes down to this, there's no cheating around it. I mean, you use your Daily Instant, that's it. And if you find it when you find one, there's no real tech. I mean, isn't there kind of like super aim bots? You can make the circle as small as you possibly can. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to be coming to raids in the future, so don't get too discouraged with this whole feature. I see a lot of people saying that they don't like it, and a lot of people saying that they like it, but a lot more being vocal about how they don't like it because of the flea rate. Don't let that be the whole thing that you take away from this. You get a cool little incent per day. I personally think it's interesting, to say the least. I wish the spawns were better. And speaking of the spawns, that reminds me, if you turn on one of these Daily Incense during a spotlight hour where the specific one Pokemon's going to be spawning all over the place, you're going to be seeing those with addition to other Pokemon slightly, but for the most part you will be seeing those Pokemon that are going to be appearing during that spotlight hour. So remember to be aware of that going forward if you do use it. If that's something you want to do just to have fun, be my guest, but I wouldn't recommend wasting it there like that. Anyhow, I'm having a blast with these. I do go out, as you've seen in that clip that I did show you in the beginning, at midnight. I didn't do it a couple of days ago because the grind has just been so intense. So as you can see, we got 24 catches yet again. Okay, so we're kind of on to something here with what we're doing. Now, what's the max that you could potentially get? What is it, like 25, 26, 27, 30? I don't know. But 24 for me is good. So this is going to be actually tonight, the night that I'm recording this. I'm probably just going to get this up. Folks, we're a video factory over here. Let's get it. So back onto the trail. I know it looks the same because, well, it's the same trail. It's nighttime again. But when we did start it, that was quite literally how it was. That wasn't edited. Pitch black. So we do have this very nice bright flashlight. Athena with me to alert me if there's anything. So we're off. And we're going to have a little adventure here. And folks, I'm going to let you know now. This is where we're going to encounter one of these Galarian birds. Which one do you think it's going to be? Let's get it. I don't know if I gave it away on the thumbnail or in the title, or if you already know by now. But anyways, let's see what we have going on here. So I had hopes, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to show you something funny. I posted something on Twitter. Somebody encountered 2 of these with 1 incense. Isn't that crazy? They both ran, but just the fact that they encountered 2 off of 1 incense was pretty intense. And then what I said was, well, you're lucky you even encountered one. Not in a rude way. I'm just saying, I wish I could just even see one, is what I was getting at. I just wanted to see one. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Just going down the trail, just being a little bit cautious. I'm sure Athena would alert me if there's any sort of moose, because if we do just stumble across them, they're laying down, they got the babies there. She's going to stand up and she's going to pancake me down. It's not going to be a good day. All right, I have a few more tips before we do see which one I do encounter. One being, make sure you have regular berries. Do I recommend golden berries? You're going to see me using a bunch. Why am I doing that on regular Pokemon? Because I just want to catch them and get it over with. I don't care. I know I'm going to get these golden berries back when I go to legendary raids, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you do fast catch, don't worry about trying to make it go away like I was doing in the video. Just check your inventory, and if you're still trying to get your challenges, it'll tell you actually if you caught it or not. So folks, are you ready to see which one I'm going to encounter? What do we have? And it is going to be Moltres. You have no idea. I was like, oh my goodness. I just stopped right in my tracks and my hands were a little cold. I saw the CP was 129, so I'm thinking, okay, we can do this. Now, this is the one I wanted the least, but this is not what was going through my mind at all. I missed the first one. Okay, I hit it, not even inside the ball. I should have waited for it to attack. It breaks out, it is over, and it freaking runs. Let's take a look at that again. Miss, okay, and excellent circle, and we hit, but it's outside the ring, and not even, well, one shake, but it's out of here. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what you're going to feel like and what I felt like when this happened. If you don't care, you don't care. But personally, for me, it's not like the end of the world. What did I say? Oh, I just wanted to see one. So my legs kind of turned to jelly at first. And then I was thinking, oh, at least I saw it. Yeah, that's cool. But then I started really thinking about it and how all of the Pokemon I started seeing spawning were just a little bit weak. And that was just amazing. And every single, like this Apom here, kept breaking out. And then with every one of these not very great spawns, it just kept on eating away at me. Like, man, I should have waited for it to attack and at least, you know, try to hit inside that excellent better. But whatever, it's not the end of the world. I saw one at least. We got the Moltres, and there you go. So went into the journal so you can see it yourself right in my thing there. Because I did split it, I did have it at ×2 speed, and there was kind of like a little bit of a pause. So There's always like a skeptic out there like, hey, so it's edited in. Nah, it's not. Definitely ran away from me. And with that combat power that it did have was like 129, I could have went into the Great League, had a little fun there, Ultra League. All right, so this is going to be the post that I was talking about. Look, they ran into Zapdos and Moltres on the same one. That's freaking crazy. And then I said I would be happy to even see one. Well, I got what I wished for. Thanks for watching and take care.
Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right, even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my You can never take away my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away